एक तरफा प्यार की ताकत ही कुछ और होती, और रिश्तों की तरह तो लोगों में नहीं पड़ती। सिर्फ मेरा हक है इस पे, सिर्फ मेरा।
Thanks to the countless Bollywood movies and songs, we have all been made to believe that one sided love is powerful, is magical, and is always selfless. But is that so? Let's find out. One sided love can truly feel magical at times. But the pain of loving someone who doesn't feel the same way about you can be almost unbearable. It certainly doesn't feel romantic, it just feels devastating. And it's just not about the pain, it's also about the physical and mental implications that it has on our own health. And it can actually cause you to lose focus in everything that you do, to lose interest in whatever you're doing in your life, and it can also cause a lot amount of depression in your life. So it's very much important to understand why we must let go of the pain of unrequited love or one-sided love. And in this video, I'm going to tell you some really important secrets of telling you how to actually get over that unrequited love. So keep watching this video till the end and make sure you subscribe to my channel because I keep posting about the science of motivation and various other stuff that I'm sure you're going to love. So here are some ways you can actually get over the pain of unrequited love. Number one, you have to understand the source of your pain. It's very much important for you to understand the source of your pain and where it is originating from. Are you in pain because they didn't love you the same way you wanted them to love you back? Or is it the pain because of rejection? It's very important to find that out. And I totally understand that rejection hurts. It makes you question your entire identity and beliefs about yourself. But it's very much important to get to the root of this pain. So it's very much important to understand that you were rejected by someone not because you don't deserve to be loved, but because they have their own identity and they had their own choices of choosing their own partner. And that means that it doesn't actually reflect upon your potential and upon your need to be loved. It totally means that you still can find a good loving partner. It definitely means that you are still capable of being loved, not just by that particular person. And hence, we must understand that we should not let that one rejection define our entire identity, define our entire life, because our life will be much more bigger than that. So the moment you start understanding that they had their own choice, you start respecting their choice for that matter, and you start respecting yourself as well. And I definitely understand that rejection is painful, and this is the time you must be gentle on yourself. Be kind to yourself through your words, through your actions, and through the decisions that you're going to take in the near future. So make sure you utilize this time to be able to focus on yourself and to be able to do some really good things for yourself. And it's important to use some good positive words on yourself and not some harsh words like you don't deserve to be loved or you're just rejected because you're not capable of being loved by anyone for that matter. So it's important to understand and it's important to be kind to yourself first of all. The second way to get rid of the pain of unrequited love is to understand that you're not alone. A particular research suggests that 98% of us have suffered from unrequited love at one time or another. In fact, one of the problems with this kind of rejection is that it's not enough that you feel sad, lonely, and broken. It also makes you feel bad and ashamed, and you start to worry that if there's something deeply wrong with you. So I think this particular thought and this particular research would actually help you understand that it's not the only thing that is happening with you. You're not the only one suffering from this particular fate. It has happened with almost everyone, at least 98% of people, according to this particular research. And it has been happening with everyone around the world. And that doesn't make you unlovable, that doesn't make you unworthy of any kind of love or appreciation. It just means that it's something that we are born with, it's something that we are built up in a particular society. Because there are various kinds of people in this world. They have their own choices, they have their own demands, and they have their own needs of finding a suitable partner for themselves. What they want may not exactly be the same thing you are wanting in a partner. And that means we must not try to take that thing personally onto ourselves, personally onto our own rejection or onto our own life as well. The third way to get rid of the pain of unrequited love is to understand that you cannot always find closure. And I think this is a very, very important part of it. Because very often we are so much stuck in our own idea, in our own thought, that we are always looking for a particular closure, either from our side or their side. And since we cannot actually get closer in this particular case, that makes us feel even more unworthy, more devastated, and more desperate about our own lives. So it's very much important to understand that one of the hardest parts of unrequited love is accepting that it is never ever going to be what you want it to be. The things that you have imagined before, the things that you wanted it to look like, it is never going to be like that. And that actually causes the maximum amount of pain. And that actually causes the maximum amount of pain. You may keep looking for evidence that it's over, but what you actually looking for is a proof that it could happen. You still have that teeny tiny amount of hope in yourself that something good can actually happen, and that hope is actually making your life even more miserable, because you're looking for a closer, you're looking for a hope to actually drive your life forward. But when you start understanding and when you start respecting your own choices and their own choices as well, you would start understanding that everyone has their own potential, has their own limit in life, and they would do what they want to do in life. That doesn't definitely define what you are in life. And when you start to move on from this particular phase, to be able to accept that you're not going to get that closer that you really wanted in that particular person, you start moving on, you start meeting new people, you start getting some really amazing experiences with life as well. So it's very much important to do that, to be able to move on from this particular thing and to be able to let go of the pain of this one-sided love. The fourth way to get rid of the pain of unrequited love is to understand that there is always going to be a second chance. Do you remember the last time you had a very horrible examination or a very horrible interview for that matter, and you failed miserably? I'm sure there must be certain circumstances in your life, there must be certain situations in your life in which you couldn't perform the best out of yourself. And on that particular day, you felt really bad, you felt really horrible about yourself. You were crying, you were desperate, you were very much sad about yourself. But eventually, when you're looking at that particular memory from this particular state, from this particular phase, you're able to understand that that was just a bit foolish from my side to be able to act so desperate or to be able to act so sad in that miniature thing. Because now that you've moved on, you're able to see that particular thing from a realistic angle, and now that you can see that there was no special purpose to feel so much sad, to be so much devastated by that particular failure, because clearly it has taught you a lot of things and clearly you have moved on from that particular phase. This is the same thing about one-sided love as well. At this particular moment, you might feel that the life is going to be horrible. You might feel that life is going to be very much devastating. But let me tell you one thing, that no matter what happens, you would definitely move on. You would definitely put more people in this life. You would definitely try new things in life as well. And that's a very crucial part of it, that there's always a second chance. There's so many people out here. There's thousands of fishes in this single pond, and you are a single fish looking for another fish. So that gives you a lot of opportunities, a lot of chances to be able to meet other people, to be able to explore other opportunities, and to be able to know yourself better as well. So take this on the positive side. Understand that this rejection doesn't actually define you, doesn't actually define your potential, and this is only giving a chance. This is actually giving you a way to be able to know more about yourself, know more about your weaknesses or insecurities for that matter, and to be able to learn about that and to be able to grow in your own personal life, and then to find someone who can actually complete you. So don't let this rejection, don't let this failure of one-sided rejection define your whole life. So that's all about this particular video, and I really hope that this video has actually helped you to get over the pain of this unrequited love in a very small manner, but I really hope that it did. And if it did, do hit the subscribe button and do share this video with your friends who you think can actually get help from this particular video. So that's all about it from my side. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day.